Hey guys, this is Reinhart, and for those who don't know me, I'm a multi-glad DK. I also play Warlock at 2.4k rating, and I got Hero of the Alliance multiple times on multiple tones. And yeah guys, I pride myself in making really good guide videos on how to help people to PvP. And I got 3 people's gladiators, but enough of that, let's look at the actual duel of DK, Unholy DK versus Fire Mage in Mist of Pandaria, and I dealt one of the best mages out there, Cartoonz. So I'm gonna make a series of duels later on in the expansion, but here's what I found out so far. If Mage prolongs the fight, he wins. DKs need to win as soon as possible. By as soon as possible, I mean have to go through 2 different blocks. But here's a few things I found out. You need to AMS offensively, because if you do it defensively, the Mage prolongs the fights and he wins, because there's just so much we can heal for before we can croak. Glyph of Icy Touch, you have to dispel his shield, it's a must. And one more thing is, save 1 out for defensives, whether it's gonna be Trinket or Desecrated, because a few times I actually dueled him and I lost was simply because he would just put a blanket silence on me and do a whole burst, and I still had my defense, I still had my healing, but I couldn't heal because I was silenced. But enough with nerd analyzing, let's look at a few duels and let me actually guide you step by step what am I gonna be doing here. He's gonna pop Invis here, and I'm gonna Icy Touch right off the start, and I got his Frost Barrier in the beginning, and he's gonna put Ring of Frost, and I'm gonna AMS it offensively and gonna put my sprint and gonna try to get him. I'm pet lipping him and I'm gonna stun him here, and he popped his Frost Barrier again, so I'm gonna actually just empower Runic Weapon and dispel his second Frost Barrier. My dispels already did about 200k damage, and I mind froze him, and I was able to actually force the block within the first like 15 seconds on the duel and get him down a little bit low. Now what he's gonna do here, he's gonna root me here and he's gonna evocate, and there's not much I can do unless I want to trinket the Nova, and trinketing Nova is usually not a really good thing against mages, I would say. As soon as I get up to him, I'm keep dispelling him, pet lipping his Scourge because I don't want him to set up his burst on me, and here he did a Dragon Breath on me, and now I'm popping my Desecrated Ground. I'm sprinting towards him, and I'm gonna pop AMS here offensively and force the second block onto him. So right now I went through his Evocation, I went through his Cold Snap, which is 2 of his main priority healing, and I still didn't use any of my healing yet. He's casting a Pyroblast here, hard casting it, and I'm gonna actually stun him. Because I was able to Mind Freeze one of his fire casts, he popped the Frost Barrier again and he tries to poly me. He polyed me, but I still got his Scourge out, so he won't be able to fully burst onto me. And now I'm out of the poly, and the first thing I do is I'm dispelling his Frost Barrier. I dispelled 4 Frost Barriers in this duel, which is equivalent to 420k damage. That's the only way a DK can win against the Mage, is dispelling it. I saw a lot of DKs losing to Mages just because of that one little simple thing. And of course it's really hard to, I would say, dispel and slow at the same time, because they both cast Frost Runes. For the Zeus duel over here, he knowed me and he silenced me right off the start, and hard casting a Pyroblast, which is a huge 65k crit onto my gentle butt. And right now I am gonna slow him and I'm gonna dispel his Frost Barrier again. If you guys didn't get the message, please get the message. Frost Barrier rocks. And I'm popping my AMS offensively, semi-defensively. I was able to AMS his Dragon Breath. He popped Invis, but I still got on him. He popped his Frost Barrier and I dispelled it right off the start. And now I got out of his Ring of Frost, popping my Gargle onto him, gripping and strangulating at the same time. And right now he went around and he started evocating here, and I'm actually gonna try to get my pet onto him. So basically, yeah, I was to prevent him from healing. Pet charged his Scourge, and he juked me here on my Mind Freeze onto the Scourge, and he popped the Frost Barrier again, and I'm dispelling it right off the start. And pet lipping his one other Scourge. Pet lip interrupts rock when you're actually doing the mages, because you do actually can shut down them for quite as much. He popped his Ring of Frost here, and he Ring of Frost me here. I'm popping my Desecrated Ground, sprinted over to him, and actually got a Mind Freeze on the hard Pyroblast and forced him to Ice Block here right off the start. and again the frost barrier, and it gets taken off again. So put a full pet stun on him and basically kill him in here. For this one I did pop all of my healing, Lichborn healing and my Death Pact healing, and the duel was actually pretty well done. Nicely played, Cartoonz. And let's look at the last one over here. And for this one we're dueling is outside of Elven Forest, and yeah, basically I'm respecting from Immortal's Winter to Desecrated Ground, which is a must against the mages, because getting a 5 stacks on them is not gonna happen. They're gonna ice block that. They're not gonna let you stun them, and if you will let them, they will ice block out of it or blink out of it. So right now he popped mirror images, but I still dispelled his frost barrier. And he starts casting Scourges into my ass. The reason why Scourges are so effective for him, while kiting he can also move and cast it. And another thing why Scourges are awesome, because they proc a lot of Pyroblast. And if you guys notice, I was just hit by 120k Pyroblast, because those guys do a monstrous damage. Very good damage. I'm not gonna say that it's overpowered, because Unholy can do just as much damage. It's actually great. Unholy's pressure right now is amazing. So is Frost for that matter. But Unholy, this is my heart where it's at. So anyway, I'm still sticking on him like a bees on a freaking honey, and he Dragon Breathed me and he popped his combustion, but I didn't do that much damage, and I gripped him out, he blinked out, I did a second grip. That's basically a forced bonus where you can grip 2 times within the 3 seconds. And it's actually really helpful against the mages, because they're gonna be forced either blink out or at least let us have the 3-second uptime on them. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please check out my channel, Reinhart the Russian. You're not gonna be disappointed. I have a really good battlegrounds, threes guides, and I'm also gonna be making a lot of guides for MOP footage. My goal is gonna be to get 10 people gladiators in Mist of Pandaria, and we'll see how I'm gonna do that. For now, that's it guys. Please stay tuned for the next upcoming videos. They're gonna be freaking awesome. I'm gonna be talking about graded battlegrounds, different team comp synergies. It's gonna be great. Thank you for watching, and до свидания.